I wanted to see what this is. I don't know what this is. God damn, it's loud. Oh, that's cool! Why don't we get ads like that? Alrighty then, we are here. We are opening stuff.
Hunter, hello.
I'll give people time to show up. What we'll do is... No one's here. It's like I showed up 3 hours late. I'm a terrible streamer. That's not the game we're on. I need to see the we're gonna go work on some of these trophies while I'm waiting. Alright, every haven in the Abbey grounds on a single campaign. Let's go wander around and get those. Havens. Midnight Suns. Hey, Fusion, what is going on, buddy? Perfect. I got a numbered guide behind all the havens. Cool. Let's go get some havens where we're waiting for people to show up so we can go start Venom. So I'm pretty sure we got all of them. These over here in this area, but what we're going to do is we're going to run to all these areas and just kind of... There's 15 total, so let's go see which one we're missing. Like, I'm pretty sure I got all these, but... Damn it, gotta walk around. I've been doing good, Fusion. Told you guys I'd finally go through this, so we are. Okay, so that's one. We already got that. Apparently there's one over to the right here at Agatha. It's probably up here.
Was this bowl always here? Huh. This looks like it belongs here. Almost as if it were meant to be here.
Where are my... Oh, right here. There you go, DJ. I only need them when my muscles and my eyes get sore. I've been wearing them a lot the last couple of days just to kind of give my eyes a break finally. So you can get on the other side of that. What up, Jokesama? And hey, PB&J. I haven't even touched him yet, PB and J. I was going to yesterday, but I got really hooked in doing Destiny with buddies in the morning. So 3 is over here. Right now we're just running in circles to go get the rest of the havens for that trophy before I go get Venom unlocked. Pretty sure this stream was the 3rd haven, if I remember correctly. 4 is over here. It's like on the back side of the house. Oh, Ebony, where you at?
And look who it is.
Okay, so 5 is up here in this direction. We're running in the general area of a lot of these, and if I still don't get the last one, then we'll have to look more deep into these. So there should be like a haven right around here somewhere. And one right where I'm standing. What are 5 and 6? Oh, it doesn't fully tell us. Okay, there's one over here by the blood gate. Hey, Mr. Beans. Like over here-ish? Oh yeah, I've been to this spot. Okay. And then 8 is over. There's a couple by Lilith's Garden. I got a feeling it's the Lilith's Gardens one we're missing. According to this, there's one like over here. I don't think we got that one. It's like on the path. For those wondering, we're just looking for the remaining havens for a trophy while we're waiting for people to show up for the Venom portion. It's like over here. Ah! Haven. Forgot they have a symbol for them. Batmeg! What the hell is that?
Interesting.
I don't think I'd ever want something called a corpse flower to touch my skin. See, I told you guys, I'm trying to do Saturday, Sundays, but I did say if I have something come up, I'm going to go with that. I'm doing these streams just for fun. That's why you have yet to hear me properly promote them anywhere. Although I've debated going to it. Like, we're going to do a Tuesday stream as well. I'm a little late today because Huey and I decided to go get shawarma down the street, and I was going to come back in time. But then we just saw a pub, and we were like, why don't we get steak and cheeses and beer? And I don't think anyone can give me shit for taking steak and cheeses and beer. On a nice day, finally, because it was oh my god, it was finally a nice day out here. Now my hands smell like ribeye, and I don't know if I like that. Like, I do like that, but it's like an odor that you just eventually get really tired of. Apparently there's one down there. My plan right now, PB&J, is to get most of my trophies, and then when all the characters have come out, start my second playthrough to get the full Dark run done and the last of the classes trophy, but with all the new characters. According to this is a haven over here. I probably grabbed it, but as we're checking all of them at the moment. Yeah, there's nothing over here. Okay. You cannot blame me because you would have done the same thing. Yeah, exactly. We went downtown and we were just kind of hanging out, catching some Pokemon. There's a shawarma place I just found. They're pretty good. It's a little dry, but it's like, it's good enough to take the trip out there, but like on a day off. So we were like, oh, let's head down there. I'll be back by 1 my time. Not a big deal. That would have been about 2 hours from now. Yes, earlier. And we're just walking around catching Pokemon, and we saw one of the pubs was having a deal, and we're just like, you want to just get some beers and steak and cheeses? And we were just both like, yeah, that sounds like a much better lunch. Let's go do that. But that's why I always say I'm a terrible streamer, because I need to focus on the YouTube channels, and I get too focused on just having fun. And one thing that I did when making the YouTube channels, and I've gotten used to over the years, but one problem I always had is with the standard 9-to-5 scheduling. I never had a problem with 9-to-5 jobs. I worked them for years and stuff like that. The issue I started running into is scheduling a 9-to-5 job. And what I mean by that is when I was in the Army, and anybody who's been in the military or any job per se understands this kind of plight, where they would have me come into work from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. And it didn't matter if we had anything to do. I was just there from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. for no goddamn reason. Now, 9-to-5s and things like the military, you need to get that done. This whole idea of like anti-work movement is stupid. It's just, anti-work movement is dumb because people need to work. If we don't work, we end up in like a Fallout dystopian kind of a thing. But I always had a problem with the, why am I here if I don't need to be here anymore, if the schedule's done? What is that noise? What is that noise? And so that's why I've always been bad at streaming, because I did that for what, like 3 or 4 years? For those of you who are here for that long? Oh, I'm going to do a reveal. And the biggest complaint I had was having to keep to that schedule because like videos would get postponed, or I couldn't work on this, or I couldn't work on that. And for those who have been here a while, remember that period where I tried to do the audio recordings on stream because I didn't have time.
Autumn must not see it that way.
Huh.
Set is a temperamental god. If his help was warranted, Hippus would provide. The goddess disagrees.
Huh. Alright, well, I don't know what's making that noise, but
Autumn would show me.
it's actually not why we're running around right now. Like when I was a sergeant in the military, anytime we ran out of work to do, as long as my guys kept their uniforms on and they were within 10 minutes, I just let them go. And since they lived in the barracks, they just went home. Like, go home, guys. It's fine. I'll take the heat from the first sergeant. Because I just never understood the whole point of just hanging around for no reason. I hated that shit at GameStop, too. I remember one time, so when I first got out of the military and we were doing YouTube, we were doing Eligible Monster, and I decided to not get like a full-time gig again. I didn't want to do it. I get paid from the military monthly, and I didn't see a reason to do that with. I didn't see a reason to go get a full-time gig anymore. The house was paid off. The car was paid off. I had military retirement. I had money coming in. It was just kind of like whatever. And I took the job over at GameStop. And I was just a random cleaner, but they liked me because I was an ex-manager, so I never gave anyone shit. I always showed up on time, and I knew how to do my job. Which is, like, the trick at GameStop. Like, how do you fucking get people to do that shit? And there was this one day, so there was this assistant manager. And she was one of those women who has a little bit of power who loves to abuse it situations. But she generally left me alone because I could easily shoot her down with anything she would want to complain or whine about. Because I knew more than her. I'd done the job a lot. And I left her alone. I wasn't trying to challenge her. I was just trying to do my job. You know what I mean? Like, I'll come in, I'll do my job. No problem. And she pissed me off one day. Okay, so what are we missing? Because none of these havens are missing from the total list. I don't know, Tev. You haven't started yet. We're getting this trophy done, and then we're going to move into it. So anyway, she left me alone because, I mean, I was a manager for like 5 years. She had just gotten the job. I knew more than her. I left her alone because I wasn't there to start any problems or anything like that. It generally, the store manager wouldn't put me on shift with her. He would always put me on with him because we would BS and I would just do the job without a complaint. Well, one day I came in early for her. So they were opening up early. It was one of those like Black Fridays or one of those things, okay? And we went through the rush. Everything's fine. It was just me and her. And it was like 10 a.m. and the next person was showing up at 11 and the store had been dead for 2 whole hours. And so first off, I had been asked to come in extra. Because someone couldn't make it, so she had asked me to come in. So I did. And I'm there on the extra. Like, I'm there, not supposed to be there, on a holiday, technically a holiday for retail and stuff like that. And it's like 10 o'clock. I'm leaving at 11. I'm exhausted because I've been up since 5 a.m. We did the rush. Everything's good. And I'm leaning on the counter, okay? And she just goes, well, you know, she goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm waiting for my shift to end at this point. I've been here since 5 a.m. I'm just going to wait here until my shift is done. She goes, well, if you're standing there, you could easily go dust or clean something. And I was looked at her and I'm like, I came in on the off hours for you to do this for you. And I did what you asked me to do. And the store got cleaned last night. There's nothing to clean. So I'm just going to relax until we get a customer and drink my coffee. And she decided to start trying to make an issue out of it. Like, well, no. If you've got, I think she used that line that everyone hates, which I also hate. The if you've got time to lean, you got time to clean thing. And I just looked at her and I'm like, I can go home right now. Like, I don't need to do this job. The store is clean. I'm leaving in an hour. You asked me to come in. You didn't ask me to come in to clean shelves. You asked me to come in to cover the register because somebody couldn't do it. So I'm going to do the register, which is what you asked me to do. And if we have any problems, I'll leave and we can talk to the manager about it tomorrow. And she just looked at me and she just started like laughing like I was joking. I'm like, I'm not joking. I will go. And then she just left me alone and I never got scheduled with her again. Like, you don't ask me to come in on an off day for a holiday. And then when I'm standing around after doing what I was asked to do, ask me to go clean. You know what I mean? Like, that's what irritated me. Actually, I had a blast at Popular Midnight Suns. You see my voice? A lot of times they'd have me answer the phones and handle things like that because of my voice. Where are... Like, it's not telling me where they are. They've all just got this map where they show... Wonder if it's this quiet hill. Because I don't know what that one is. I'm looking for whatever haven I'm missing, PB&J. This is how we're getting the trophy while I was waiting for people to show up. Now people are here, so I'd like to wrap this up. According to the map, it's like at this bend right here. Right around a purple fire, which probably won't light up right now. Because I go after platinum trophies and I go for achievements and Xbox stuff. So I'm just trying to find the... I'm going to platinum this since I'm in the credits. I have to platinum this one. I must have got this one because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like here looking... Yeah, like right here looking down on this is what I think it is. Yeah, right here. This is the spot. Okay. Isolated clearing is also over here. My own YouTube's character? I never got offered one. I'd be down, but I gotta become more famous. I'm at that awkward size with my channel on the back half of how do I get over? Oh, wait, hold on. No, how do I? Oh, there it is. Like, I'm just famous enough to have a staff and do my job, but I'm not famous enough to be, like, rich and famous. There it is. That's the one we were missing. Do I get any comics and games before they come out? Comics, I used to. I stopped giving a shit, and they stopped sending them. The problem with the comic book industry is it doesn't pay well. That's what a lot of people don't realize. People are always like, oh my god, comics, it pays like shit. So normally people who get into the business side of it, the moment they get a better job, they leave. And it's easy to get a better job when you're doing that kind of a thing. So I've had to make, I think DC yearly, I have to get new connections who I'm talking to, and I just stopped doing it back in 2020 when I kind of quit doing Comicstorian. Every hunter ability. Oh yeah, we haven't figured out what hero I'm missing for that. I forgot. Okay. Knock back 2 enemies into drops in a single turn. Okay. Favorite Batman story? Okay, so it's not my favorite. My all-time favorite is No Man's Land. But I just read Killing Time by Tom King. It's fucking amazing. We're getting that video prepped up and front-loaded. I'm glad you're enjoying them, creator. I didn't know what to do with the Comicstorian channel. I just knew I wanted to talk about manga. And I tried briefly to do a couple of things on Comicstorian, and no one was down. So since I was making 900 fucking other channels, I figured, why in the hell not make a channel about manga, and I'll just talk about manga, and what's the worst that'll happen? Yeah, all my connections to Valiant are gone, so I'm done with them. What I'm working on right now is my own webtoon. We're going to do a Silverton webtoon. I wrote up the first chapter. We're going to storyboard it, and we're going to get pricing done for that.
Got any blueprints for us?
It's really not too bad, considering where it came from. Does this meet your specifications?
Later.
The forge is a powerful tool. So, your craftsmanship must be improving, Tony.
Damn, that means there's another unlockable one for the
Where do
hunter.
you think I got the
Oh,
suit,
nope,
Doc?
found it.
I assume through...
Not my best work, but it'll do.
Damn, that means there's another unlockable
Well,
one for the
that's how it
hunter
is
I gotta
now,
work
sure,
on.
but
Okay.
The very first one I hammered out with my own 2 hands. I'm here if you need me.
Oh, I'm gonna do Canvas Undead, because we're gonna do it for fun. I'm doing everything I am for fun at this point. I am trying to make enough revenue so I don't have to fire staff members, but... You like my bloodshed? Well, I appreciate that, Tevya.
Thanks, Hunter.
Where's Charlie? Yard. Got it.
Who's a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Time to take it to the next level. Yeah, I guess it is a tough decision.
Ooh. I like the idea of getting health back, though. Just to add to it.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oh, block on KO. I'll take that.
New and
We got to
improved.
apply a bunch of these, so might as well, right? Bleh. Oh, we need more heroic acids. No. Oh, I didn't want that. Shit.
Enhancement.
All right, whatever.
Let us see it in action.
And we're out of coins. Okay.
Nice to get some
Suicide
fresh
Squad
air.
doesn't look bad to me,
Hardly
but it
any
doesn't look like what I
cobwebs
wanted
out
it to
here.
be. I'm gonna play it. We'll do it here on stream, but. Wait, where's he's not on the table. Where's Venom? Hold on. Oh, that's not good. Erica's. Okay. Did it not download like it was supposed to? I have it set up to auto download when the PlayStation's off. All updates. It checks for updates nightly. So it should have downloaded, but if it did not, we might not be able to do this today like we intended. Because I think that was like 14 gigs. What is this? Guys, I'm getting distracted. My ADD is winning. Oh, she's cute. What is this? Oh, VR? Damn it. I don't want to be a woman. I want to look at a woman as I play the game. Jeez. Although it would be interesting to be in VR and look down and see boobs. I'd probably just end up playing with them all day, honestly. I'd probably have fun with that for like a couple of days and then be like, well, now what? Okay, it's only 394 kilobytes. So yeah, I think the patch was it. So maybe Suicide Squad is probably going to be crossplay, yes. I'll say we might have to if it ends up having to get the patch, which fuck, I should check if it needs the patch. If it ends up having to get that giant patch, then we might have to do this actually tomorrow. Okay, we're good. We're good. I know, Zero Gamer, which is why, in my honest opinion, I don't think it's actually in the Arkham universe. People want to argue with me up and down. They're like, no, it's in the Arkham universe. I'm like, it's not. It's not. It's loosely in the Arkham universe. They're going to revive Batman. They're going to revive King Shark. They're going to settle the Deadshot thing. But they're claiming it's in the Arkham universe as a marketing ploy. Arkham universe is done. If this was in the Arkham universe, that would be Dick Grayson Batman. That would not be Batman. Bernadette, when are you coming to visit again? Now I won't be moody when you get here. Oh, yeah, I did want to double check to make... Oh, yeah, let's shut off the PlayStation. Why not? Build every Abby upgrade? Wait, hold on. What's build Abby upgrades? Oh, I know what that... Yeah, okay. Never mind. Attend... Yeah, that one I have to do in the dark playthrough. Different mods on heroes. The threat thing we have to do special. This one we're working on. Maximum dark. Acquire every hunter ability. Mission challenges. Are those bonus missions? I'll have to look into that. Complete that one we're working on. Spend 10 heroism with a single ability. Okay, so we're going to have to get a stack ability for that one. I need the no one takes damage thing. There it is.
Just because there is talk of a slime monster lurking beneath Manhattan does not mean...
Oh, it does. Look,
Didn't Batman
I
fake
know
his death?
Eddie
No,
and
he
Venom.
died. He
They're
did
not
die.
what you'd call
They left it open as he
dinosaur
could have stayed
losers.
alive or he could
And
not
we
have.
did,
But they
you know,
literally
kinda bury
created
them
a
under a
Batman
belt
died
fire.
Has
situation.
anyone seen the creature since?
Long gone by the time S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up. They go to ground when you wound their pride. In this case, underground.
Venom on the loose? Licking his wounds?
Now that's a friendly neighborhood problem. So, how about we go solve it?
Do you have a
I've
question?
never played Stardew Valley.
You
Maybe
gotta
me
work on
and
your social
Batmeg can do
cues.
a stream farm. I'll show her my games, and then she can show me Stardew Valley, and we'll do a farm together, okay? Batmeg, if you're still here. If you're not here, then it's canceled. We're never doing it now. Shit, we gotta get back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey as well. When did I become a streamer again? I thought I was just streaming Assassin's Creed games and Marvel's Midnight Suns.
And you still think this is a good idea?
Because now I'm going to be streaming like Tuesday for a good chunk of time too. Blah, 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 blah.
We got all the slime in the world. So, where's our slime monster?
Vampire.
Hey, thank you guys for being here today. I know I came a little bit late, but I appreciate
Maybe
you
it's
guys
the downtown
understanding my
express?
current stance with actual streaming.
Sounds like a lair.
Sounds like.
Huh.
And there is your slime monster.
Breakfast for
Suicide
dinner,
Squad
yes.
kills the Justice
Side
League,
of
Mr.
Venom
Harmless.
will
I don't
freeze
believe it truly follows the Arkham universe. I think they're just doing that as a marketing
So
thing.
easy for the vamp.
Oh, gross, Eddie. It's hard to know who to root for in these parasite versus parasite situations.
A demonically possessed symbiote?
With a vampire's bloodlust.
Not good.
Come on, Eddie, don't do this.
They are definitely doing this.
Defeat Blood Venom to complete the mission. Puts a bit of permanent frenzy. Got it.
I should have known that thing would crawl back to the sewers once Lilith had no use for it.
Wrong! We have no use for Lilith! We don't need her!
Tell yourself whatever you have to.
Not to interrupt, but have you really been eating those vampires, Eddie?
The rarest meat of all!
Ah!
So if you are what you eat, what does that make you?
Yes, Tevia, that's why I'm saying I don't think it really is. I think it's a marketing ploy. They are literally saying this is in the Arkham universe, but ignore the fact Batman died. We're going to give you a stupid reason why he's alive again. Ignore the fact King Shark is gone. Ignore the fact that Deadshot has had 2 different Deadshots and we barely explained that one. Ignore all of this. This is in the Arkham universe. I don't think it is. I think they literally are just going to patchwork its way into it just so they can say it's an Arkham game. But yeah, the Assault at Arkham animated movie as well. Exactly. They say it's because, wait, did they actually say they're doing it for the money?
Try this on.
If they actually said it, I'll give them credit. Because that's exactly why I think they're doing it,
It'd be a
Hoopla.
lot easier if you guys just give up now.
And I don't even give them shit for it. It makes total sense. Oh, there's the extras. Like, if I was going to make another game set in the DC universe and I owned the Arkham franchise, of course I'd be like, no, guys, it's in the Arkham universe. Ignore the Batman thing. E5, Jokesama, Sergeant. I was working on E6, but then all my stuff happened.
Coming at you.
That could be Dragon Lord. Like, if they make it Dick Grayson, that mostly fixes a majority of the problems. The Deadshot situation is still kind of annoying, but, I mean, okay. You gave me something. I'll give you something on that. Oh, he's already down. Shit. Like, it doesn't even have the Arkham vibes. The gameplay doesn't look like Arkham. Yeah, that's why we got Morbius showing up, Dragon Lord. Deadshot has 2 Deadshots because they said that he died or something in the first one. Then they introduced him.
Scarfing down the undead? You're better than this.
We are better. Better than Lilith. Better than you.
And I think King Shark was in the movie. That one of the guys in the chat just said, so. I knew about Deadshot and the Batman being dead situation. Yeah, in the movie. In the movie, he dies at the end. Because the movie's canon as well. No, it's blood venom. He's been eating vampires, Dragon Lord.
Good at this.
What do you want, kitty? No, not there. Not right in front of the screen.
Demon energy from every pore.
Don't lose it, pal.
There you go.
Either of you.
Come on, buddy.
He is lost. One mercy remains.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
The elimination of one tormented soul for the good of many.
Yeah, I think it was like the one from the Deadshot one. I don't remember like I remember it loosely, but I'm pretty sure like
Moral dilemma.
in the game it wasn't him, and then the movie did a different Deadshot, so they had to explain it. It was weird.
Gesundheit. Nice mullet.
Go to hell.
There's nowhere I would rather be, but I've come on business. So let's make a deal.
Is this one of those fiddle at the crossroads scenarios, or
No deal.
My terms are as follows. I spare Venom. I cure the symbiote of Lilith's demonic touch. I end the blood fever he's given himself, gorging on curdled vampire bile. I
Oh, this is a good twist. I like this.
Said, no deal.
all this, and I ask but one inconsequential thing in return. Stop the vampire uprising. The undead are bad for business.
so you cure Eddie and we keep doing what we've been doing?
Yes. Wipe them out. Remove every trace of their foul scourge from the earth. Then I will cure this pathetic creature forever.
For the last time, no.
Hold up. Give me the fine print.
Nothing much. The usual. If you should fail, you'll discover something far more threatening than the undead, namely yours truly, etc., etc. So, yada yada.
I like what they did with Mephisto.
This is a bad idea.
This or he dies? We don't have much of a choice. I'm in.
Good. Just sign there.
Oh no,
and there.
Spidey, no!
You may feel a little sting.
etc., etc.
Bad food. We will destroy you, bad food.
Go get him, Ed. We should follow.
You do have a vampire war to wage. Oh, and Peter, I'll see you around.
One more day, no!
No, my...
No! Bacon burgers sound good, Dragon Lord. I'm gonna make a beef bowl tonight with a mimic beef bowl out of ground beef.
One of the weirdest. So, that's a truce then, right, Eddie?
We feel like ourselves. But ourselves. We will spare you. For now.
Hey, that's progress.
Threaten to eat you. That is progress.
Oh shit! You think that's creepy? You should see the monsters in Sons of the Forest.
This is the worst headache Eddie ever had. We
Forgot what you were like before Lilith got in your head. I kinda missed it.
your fault Lilith got in our head to begin with.
Is that really what you think? I never wanted that. I was trying to keep you from eating my neighbors.
Always following us, stopping us, leaving us hungry.
Well, that is kind of my job.
Got it, so get those things out of there in a hurry.
Come on, we can do it.
They will not forget that.
That is a lot of vampires, everyone. How do I feel about the Ultimate Universe coming back? It could be cool. I mean, I don't know nothing until we actually see it.
Man, you guys are really into me, huh?
These new breed vampires have little sense of self-preservation. Even chasing
Monster, beast, creature. What were you going to say?
the new allies.
Hi, Kitty. Oh, you want to play with your? You want to play with your?
Okay, that was pretty cool. Take that! Right.
And I mean, it's been a minute since we played the original DLC, but I'm pretty sure they're not real vampires, Dark Lord. Aren't they like synthetic vampires?
This might sting a little.
You ready? Ready?
You've been on the wrong side of that.
Play fetch with me, Fang.
Feeling lucky.
Yeah, I think they're gonna send Miles Morales back. He's just redundant there. I mean, that's the big issue right now.
that time in the sewers?
I'm working on 2 videos: the problem with the MCU and the problem with Tim Drake. And the issue with Tim Drake.
No, probably not your fault.
And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. This is your chance to influence a video.
You're too kind, Peter.
Also, tell me what you think the problem with the MCU is right now. But anyway, the problem with Tim Drake is easy. The problem with Tim Drake is easy. With the creation of Damian, he became redundant. They didn't know what to do with him.
Your fate is
Huh. I think that's the last of them. And not a moment.
Yeah, you say that, Tevya. And I agree. I actually do agree with the problem of it being oversaturated and lowering the quality to get more stuff out. Let's watch this first.
Is that
Eddie?
Well, this is awkward.
you are the man in the monster?
Something like that.
So, you okay, Eddie?
Blood! It's kidding, little joke. No, I come in peace.
For once.
Really? New kids got to get in on this too? Hey, by the way, you're killing it out there. Respect.
Thank you. Not my first vampire war.
Eddie, are you yourself again?
Well, you mean, are we ourselves? Yeah, Lilith. She made us a monster. We did awful things. You know that's not who we are, right?
Of course.
So I'm sitting here, well, in there, and thinking, I saw what you did for me. So, how about we put aside all our, personal stuff?
Okay.
No, not forever. Just until this whole messed up vampire situation is figured out. Till all the innocent people are safe. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
Works for me.
Shake on it. Oh. Wait a sec. Put her there, partner.
I'm there, partner.
Welcome to the Midnight Suns?
So to go deeper into what I said about Tim, the issue I see, and I didn't read Tim when he was a popular character, and I can still tell you about the issues that I personally feel is the issue with him. Nightwing, Dick Grayson became Nightwing. We all know that's what happened to him. Jason Todd died. He was removed off the table. You don't have to worry about him. So what happened is, what happened with Tim is, for a while, so Tim was basically Robin from like the late 80s, early 90s, all the way into like the mid 2000s. And that was his role. If we needed a Robin, there was Tim. Tim had his own stuff going on with his parents. He got closer to Stephanie. There was that whole thing that happened on. But generally speaking, Tim had a purpose. Tim was Robin, and he was Robin for a very long time. Nightwing is always viewed as being like the next level of Batman. He's better than Batman. He's growing past Batman. So to become Nightwing was always his thing. And the problem with Nightwing at this point is that because of the fact that Batman can never be removed, Nightwing can never go beyond him, which is why I'm really interested in Dawn of DC. Nightwing's whole purpose is to be the better Batman, but you can't get to that level without ruining Batman's lore, and that's what they refuse to do, is too much money in Batman. But anyway, back to Tim. So Tim was doing fine as Robin. You want a Batman story? Great. You want a Batman and Robin story? We got Tim. Jason came back, and Jason went from the dead Robin to Red Hood. He was the villain. That's who he was supposed to be, the villain Robin. Cool. So we had the Robin who succeeded in surpassing Batman. We had the Robin who's with Batman, so we don't have to worry about that. We have a Batman and Robin combo. And then we had Jason, who was the Robin turned villain. Great. We have everyone covered. Where is he? Let's go. I gotta talk to him first. Okay. Oh, I was going to Charlie. No, but didn't they call? Hey. Jump for it, yeah. Didn't they call Dick Grayson and Jason Robin? I'm pretty sure they did.
Who's a good girl? It is my Charlie.
But I'm pretty sure Tim was the first one to get like his own book as Robin and be like Robin on his own. But here's the problem. Tim is known to be the better detective than Batman. That's his only thing. And so when Damian came in, they gave us a great dichotomy, or not dichotomy, but a great back and forth in general of Tim versus Damian, because Damian came in, but he wasn't Robin.
really
Damian was not Robin. That's the key thing you need to remember. Damian
I hope
was
the accommodations are better than what my mother
One sec, we'll finish
provided.
this.
Your mother gave me a lot of stuff, but most of it was grief. Thanks again for what you did for me. As if my past wasn't complicated enough, your mother added a fresh pile of regrets.
Yeah, actually, I understood what you meant a little ways into it, Bernadette.
Eddie, you are here because a mutual friend believes in you.
You mean he believes I'm trouble? And he's not entirely wrong.
I do not want you at each other's throats.
Look, Parker and I have a complicated history, but it's water under the bridge.
Hey, thanks for that resub, Shiznit. 73 months, holy shit.
Fry. From the bridge. But enough about us. Can you trust me after everything that happened? I mean, I kept trying to eat you.
You are a different person.
Hey, Dooley, you're the first person, I think, maybe the second, to do the super chat on the Ben and Friends channel. Thank you so much. Now I know it works.
Wanna hug it out?
You're a great storyteller. I love all your videos and your time you put into it. Keep it the great work. I will. Thank you.
No more than Peter Parker does.
So, now that we've cleared the air, I'm a little worried about the deal we made with the devil. That's the first time I've meant it literally.
Mephisto is malevolent. Every interaction with him is playing with hellfire.
I hate fire.
Hey, Machu.
Almost as much
Yu-Gi-Oh!
as I hate demons. No offense, but I hear there's a gym here, and I'm itching to check it out. I'm gonna do that, unless you need something else.
Sounds good.
So anyway, so Tim worked as Robin, and we had 3 Robins. And to go back to it, they don't know what to do with most of the Bat Family creator. That, in my opinion, has been the biggest issue ever since we've continually expanded the Bat Family. We're creating redundancies in the Bat Family, and that's Tim Drake's actual problem. It has nothing to do with his story arc. His story arc was fine. People enjoyed it. It was great. But once the New 52 hit, and we officially made Damian Robin to Bruce Wayne, because Damian is Robin to Dick, while Tim is still technically like Robin, and Batman's off doing his own thing, that's fine. That works, whatever. But we got rid of that when we decided Fallen Venom. Ooh, that's a good skin. And then once they decided to make Damian Robin, they went all in on making Damian Robin. And I think that's the issue. There is no other version of Robin. There's just Damian now, which makes Tim super redundant. So Tim can't be the proper Robin, because how do you do that when you have Damian? Every storyline involving Robin involves Damian. Batman and Robin was Batman learning to get along with his son. Death of Robin was Damian passing away. So they tried to put Tim over on like the Teen Titans and the Young Justice and kind of take the old role of Dick Grayson. But the issue with that is that's Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson did all that. So now we're just retreading territory with Tim. No, the Midnight Sun suit is locked. I got to go unlock it. You talk about the DC Rebirth run for Tim? I mean, that was a good idea. They had him lead his own Batman-oriented team, but it's not an idea that you can run with without a concept. Like, once they killed off Tim and that team disbanded, that writer, James Tynion, had that idea. You can't just keep handing off the Bat family team of Robin, of Tim, to other people. So that's been the issue. Anytime if you've got a writer with a great idea, they could do something with Tim. Brian Michael Bendis brought back Young Justice. I don't think it worked out in the end, but it wasn't terrible. And things like that. We can do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing we can do. But anytime you try to make him proper Robin again, boop, redundancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that comes back up. I don't think it was terrible. It doesn't matter if it failed or not, Tavia. The storyline wasn't terrible, in my opinion. It just wasn't great either. That's the big issue with that. And I think that's become Tim's problem. Tim leads the other teams. He led the Batman team. He led Young Justice. He led Teen Titans at one point. And they don't know what to do with him. It's just, hey, we need a Robin leading a team while Robin is with Batman and all the other Robins are preoccupied. Which is what I think the issue with Tim is. And then that explains, in my opinion, why they approved him coming out as bi. I think John coming out as bi works 100% because John didn't have a proper girlfriend. John had no prior relationship, and there was no history to piss the fans off about. So the only people you're really going to piss off are the people who are just against LGBTQ content, which you're not going to make happy anyway. That's become their problem. That's like their whole identity, hating on everything that's not what they like. But the Tim situation, I'm not a fan of that one because I don't feel it's being handled properly. And I do feel that they chose to do it because they didn't know what to do with Tim. And so I think they saw the feedback from the John Kent situation and decided Tim also should become bi. So now Robin will be bi. And if you noticed, Tim showed up in the Titans TV show and everything else, and he's bi and everything now. So I do think that was a planned, okay, you know what, we got to give Tim something. We'll make him the bi Robin. No, Damien's not. Yeah, the problem with it is, though, all the other issues aside, I don't think the writer's very good at all for the new Tim book. Tevia, you're wrong about the John Kent thing. John would have never grown up, ever. That's DC. That's DC's problem right now. They don't let the characters age. Damien's been 13 forever. You either have kid John or adult John. That's the only John we get. There is no era where you're going to see John naturally grow up. These two get? No, I can do it these two, though. I gave him the anti-Venom costume. I mean, Riot would have been cool to see that in there, but...
Targeting systems active. Right on schedule.
I get your argument. I know what you want to see. You want to see a My Hero Academia story with John Kent. You'll never get that in American comic books. When do they let Damien grow up? Damien's never grown up. Yeah, even Dick Grayson went from like young kid to just being grown up.
Back in the fight.
You don't see characters age properly in comics 99% of the time.
We expected more from them.
Machu, they tried that a little bit. They called him Drake, Brian Michael Bendis did, and they got such a backlash that they dropped it. But I mean, that's how I feel the problem with Tim is. They don't know what to do with Tim anymore. And it's an issue we have in general, like the Batgirls. They decided Orphan came in and became Batgirl pre-Crisis. Stephanie became Batgirl pre-Crisis. And then they just threw it all out because they brought back Barbara. Now we have the same exact issue. What do you do with Stephanie and Orphan? What do you do with them? You got 3 Batgirls now. Oh, you make a book called Batgirls. That's what we did. Ghostmaker's just Batman, but willing to kill, but not anymore. So, okay. That's the newest one. Probably should focus on this fight. I feel like we're going to lose this because they're all shooting at me.
Your sacrifice will be remembered.
What are you waiting for?
Got incoming.
Oh, no, I just got to keep this thing alive. Okay, yeah, we're doing okay then. That'll do 280. I won't kill him. 150, 150. They all just got 150? What is that?
They cannot possibly match your strength. Weak, even for Hydra.
Reality is only an illusion. You had your chance.
You feel like anyone besides Bruce, Dick, and Alfred, and they don't know what they don't. They really don't seem to know what to do with him anymore. I mean, Mr. Harmless, even Dick. Dick went through a whole period where they just kept, okay, now he's better than Batman. Okay, now he's going to go struggling like he's Batman. Okay, now we're going to deal with, like, they didn't know what to do with Dick Grayson either for the longest time. It was just all over the place. Yeah, Rick Grayson. It's just a redundancy issue across the board. They just don't know what to do with half of these characters anymore.
Hostiles on the move.
Oh, I don't have 2. Shit. Really? She can't jump that weird angle? God damn it. Alright.
Never surrender.
Punchline's another redundancy. You just made Harley Quinn again. Which is fine if you want to make a new character. Like, I just read Killing Time, and they made another character that trained under Ra's al Ghul called the Help. And he was awesome, and he was badass. And leave the story there. The issue I think they come into is where the character's been made has some kind of popularity. So what they need to do is they need to involve them in 80 other storylines, and they need to come back forever.
Generous.
Sorry, guys, one sec. Important email. Yeah, it's just a Venom skin. It's not actually anti-Venom. Can I get them all and still hit that guy? Nope.
I will make this quick.
That's what I mean, play with Alfred. There's just too many people. No one goes Squire. No one says the Knight.
Regroup at position Tango.
Lilith must be desperate if these are her best.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Bernadette, if you look at the stuff that they try to promote
Centuries ago.
with Bat family members, it's it's like everyone and their brothers counted. God damn it. Yeah, Alfred's still dead right now.
A helping hand.
Super Family. Yeah, Super Family's got an issue too, where everyone's too redundant. There's Supergirl, there's Power Girl. Now there's two Kryptonian kids. There's John, there's Con-El, there's Connor. And this is the issue with comic books existing for like 60 years. You end up coming up with 80,000 different versions of them, and if this was proper timeline moving, then we would have Batman to Dick Grayson. Batman gets old, Dick Grayson takes over. Jason comes back as a villain. Tim takes over as Robin. Eventually, Dick retires. Tim becomes Batman. Like, it would make sense, but since we're cramming everything into a 5-year span of time, we end up with redundancies like what they did with Tim Drake. And now as far as the MCU goes, I don't think they blew their load too early because someone said, oh, they got the best stuff out early on. I don't think that's the case at all. I think you could easily make all this other stuff work. You could easily make King Dynasty work and stuff like that. I think the problem is they got too big for their britches, and the community just always will find something to complain about. And what I mean by that is people don't remember too often when Thor Dark World came out, and people were like, that's it, the MCU's over. Everyone's getting tired of the MCU. You know, or when Iron Man 3 came out, and it's, oh man, this is not a good Iron Man, blah, blah, blah. Or when Ant-Man 1 came out, what's wrong with the MCU? That didn't feel like an MCU movie. There's always been complaints, but the issue between these, I think, in my opinion, is that by having an increase in quantity, which lowered your quality by default, we're now talking about the failures of the MCU on a monthly basis. A Thor Dark World comes out, whatever. We're just going to roll forward, and we're going to talk about the next big project that rolls out afterwards. But if you have stuff every month coming out, and it's all has problems with the visual effects, and you've increased everything to a huge quantity, like 22 things in a 2-year span of time, like that's going to add up and create problems. And I think that's what it is, because the MCU decided, okay, we'll do the core movies that we know everyone's going to love. They're going to love Doctor Strange, and they're going to love Ant-Man and Quantumania, and they're going to love all this stuff. And so they put all that stuff out, and they're like, okay, but we're going to try out some new stuff. Let's try She-Hulk, and we're not going to make She-Hulk a superhero. We're going to make it a rom-com. It's going to be great. We'll try Moon Knight. We'll tie it into nothing going on, and we won't even really have Moon Knight into it. Trust me, people are going to love this.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
One of us isn't.
Hey, Hunter.
And the Flash, I think the Flash is a
Tony's
great character.
Forge
He's
of
got some great
Mystery,
storylines.
Came to the right man. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
When did we start getting 5 cards? Shit, was that one of the things I just did? It does, creator, because you know, when it used to be like, oh, here's a dud movie or a problematic movie, or are we burned out on Marvel movies argument, it would only be an argument every couple of months.
Advancements from the mind of genius Tony Stark.
They're going to.
All for you.
Tim is now buying everything, Mr. Harmless. Like it's in everything he's been a part of. It was in Gotham Knights. It was in the Titans TV show. And this is only a decision they made like 2-3 years ago now. It's just something that the company as a whole, they're trying to have a use for their other Robin. We'll have him be the buy one. That's all they're doing.
The Forge is a powerful tool.
All right.
We're not quite.
Later.
Well, that's the issue I have in general with like when they make characters LGBTQ in general. The whole storyline then just turns into what? We need that. The whole storyline just turns into they are the gay, bi, trans individual. That is their personality. Which, fine, if you want to make that your personality, go for it. But I've always just found that kind of stuff boring. Like, I don't feel like having that discussion with somebody every single time I talk to them. It's one thing to have the talk once in a while. It's another thing when every time we talk, that's all that's brought up. Okay.
Ain't gonna go easy, bub.
Did he see the live Red Dead? Yeah, I saw that. Looked weird, Dooley. Very weird. Exactly, Hoopla. I know it makes it sound bad when I say, like, oh, you become... Anybody with a one-note personality to me just becomes boring, and I don't want to talk to you because you're boring. So I don't talk to those people.
Ready for more?
There it is.
Handle me now.
First day of uni today. Really? February 26th? All right, man. Enjoy. Have a good one.
Time to take it to the next level.
They'll never see us coming.
What do I think of the CW Red Death? I've been watching it.
We've got something for
I mean, I think they're gonna play good with the the character as a villain. I don't know if it's a good idea to make a Batwoman. I don't see how that's going to be played out or even attached to Barry Allen. If anything, in all honesty, because the whole point of Red Death is that Barry and Bruce are merged into one, and Bruce and Barry know each other. There's a lot of back and forth. They have a lot of arguments internally. The problem with Red Death in the TV show is they're using Batwoman because they want to use a Bat character. But it doesn't work because Barry doesn't know Batwoman. Did he ever meet Ryan? I don't think he ever met her. But anyway, what the best thing would have been if this Red Death was actually Oliver. Imagine that. Imagine that back and forth. Oliver is the one that stole the Flash's powers. Because he has that... Because Oliver's basically Batman in that universe. So that would have actually made the most sense. No, I think Batwoman, they do a great job with it because it's a part of her personality, like you're saying, Bernadette, but it's not her personality. When she goes on dates and stuff with Renee, it's just, this is a normal problematic relationship. This is not, oh my God, we're lesbians. We need to let you know every 5 minutes. We should go to the lesbian store and get flannel and combat boots.
Are you feeling all right?
Like, I feel like the Flash TV show writer just wanted the Batman name and doesn't understand what makes Red Death an interesting villain.
What are you doing?
I think I'm getting the hang of this thing. What do 3 squiggly lines mean?
It means you should step away before Sarah notices.
Okay, so the squiggly lines just flashed red. Is that bad?
Yes, actually. What is going on? Vampires attacking civilians in Central Park?
Well, that means we're up, right? Innocents are in danger. We gotta take care of this right now.
Eddie?
Ah, first time I've heard that in years. Come on, let's do some lethal protection.
Yeah, Lethal Protector Eddie. Well, that's just it. No, I mean, it's not really a bat suit. It's just a bat symbol. So you don't do the bat symbol. You do the arrow symbol. That would have been like, okay, what is going on? Because you don't need the Dark Multiverse, Tevya. Like at all.
Still feels good to
Red Death can be from the future, the past, another multiversal world. You don't need the Dark Multiverse or any of that backstory. Yeah, imagine a Red Death Archer costume. No, they're not doing any of that stuff. You don't need any of that stuff. You just... Red Death barely is a character as it is. It's a one-off issue, Tevya. Red Death isn't a character. Red Death is another one of those cool designs that they never went further with.
You're welcome. Cute couple.
They do not seem to be a match for us.
Get to that civilian before it's too late. Don't
So
let them
back on the
fire
Tim
the
Drake
dragon.
thing, though, do you guys think that that would make a good video talking about that angle on the whole thing?
You were too weak for this fight.
I also wanted to do the MCU one, but my general, I mean, it's a lot of what other people's opinions are, which is why I was debating if I even want to make the video. Thank you, creator.
They really want to get on my bad side.
We don't want any more of their tainted blood on us, even on our hands.
Try not to swallow any, and you'll be fine.
Think about eating, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned, Tevye. I want to talk about the DCU era. I thought it'd be funny.
Leave some for the rest of us.
You have to be better than that.
Wait, what? Ugh!
You were too weak for this fight.
Yeah, they're gonna incorporate mutants. They've already said they're working on the mutants. Oh, how? I think they're just gonna be here. I mean, that's basically what they're doing. I don't think we're getting any explanation as to how they're showing up. Yeah, I mean, mutated DNA. They kind of hinted at it already with Kamala Khan. I think they're just going to start showing up. And they're just going to be like, oh, they're mutating. And go from there.
We don't want any more of their tainted blood on us. Even on our
None of these guys are going for the civilian.
Try not to swallow any
So
and you'll be fine.
We're not always about it.
Oh, you meant that?
like, I liked the idea of them having, like, really cool, oh, we're going to do a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be crazy, and we're going to do this, that, and the other thing. I was like, that'll be cool. But I don't think they're doing that now. Just on how they handled Kamala Khan, making her a mute. I think they're going to do Krakoa. I think we're going to skip out on the mansion and go right to Krakoa. See, none of these guys are targeting the rando.
Prepare to die.
I am impressed.
Yep, I did a full gameplay of Gotham Knights Duelie. I have the Platinum Trophy on that one, too. Should be all up on this channel, because you're on the YouTube side. Yeah, should all be over here. I probably should clean up the playlist of all the Let's Plays I have done on here. Yeah, Tailgate, they're all one linked to, narrative. They're all fighting these vampires.
We are not out of this yet.
I don't mind you enjoying a little payback. Just remember why you're there.
Deal with the problem.
Now you are starting to sound like a midnight sun.
I knew I should have kept you two apart.
I don't think they're created by Morbius, but I think they're going to use Morbius's DNA for them, which is what I think is going on, which is why Morbius is going to finally get involved by the end. They said it was not a financial success, this game, which is sad. It's a critical success, not a financial success. So I agree. I do hope they're going to continue afterwards, but they did come out and say they're hoping that over time this is going to build up an audience.
Especially you, Venom.
We smell something nasty. What is
I'll answer that question in a minute, Hakaru. Wait, why are we here, Mephisto? I thought we had a deal.
Mephisto, what are you?
That's better. Now, let's get a few things straight. While perhaps one may choose to save the odd civilian, contractually, in the fight to end the vampire scourge, the spirit of the intended agreement.
Come again?
I did not waste my time curing you so you could save superfluous human lives.
Still boring.
Do I have your attention now? We all know what you really are. A monster. The only version of you that remotely interests me, and the only reason I allowed this deal.
Stop doing that!
Oh, I'll stop. But you've earned an object lesson. Vampires are bad for business. Vampires keep souls from flowing to where they're most needed. With less souls, there are more soulless. Do you understand the lesson? Because it's time for some target practice.
So many targets.
I just see 2 of them.
Okay.
Let's see if you can do this. I'll give you one chance.
To answer the question, I actually did not find it weird at all, DST. Games go on sale way too quick now. It's becoming less and less of an art. Like, I used to argue, like, if you want to support a game, go buy it at launch. But the argument of waiting for them to be on sale is becoming more and more viable because they're all on sale, like, within a month. No joke. Me and my brother and our friend Sean, we were all playing this game called Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is a great game. It's a lot of fun, but it has a DLC that we needed Andy to get so we could play the game. That DLC costs $40. We agreed to wait until the DLC was officially on sale so that Andy could get it cheap. It went on sale 2 days later, and it was $13. Yeah, Ghost Recon was terrible at launch. It's a great game now.
Look how big we are.
Out of context moments with Venom. So games go on sale all the time now. Plus, Midnight Suns and Gotham Knights both came out during the holiday season. So like Gotham Knights came out at the end of October, and then we had Black Friday. It went on sale, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's already on sale!" Yeah, it's Black fucking Friday. Of course, it went on sale. You know what I mean? Like, and we had the same issue happen with Midnight Suns. It came out at Christmas, so of course there's a whole bunch of sales happening over and over and over. But in terms of if you should get Gotham Knights, I think it's a great game, Hikaru-chan. But I will say, my only complaint with it, my only issue with the game in general, is solo not as fun. It's a great game if you've got a buddy to play with. I had so much fun playing it with my brother, my wife, and my buddy. But anytime I'd get on by myself, about 30 minutes in, 45 minutes in, I'd get a little bored, pop a TV show on the side until like the big story moments are happening. I think it's just like Borderlands, Breakpoint, Remnant, After Ashes or Before Ashes. Any game that has co-op options, it's just more fun with people, period. I did try the 4-player game. We got bored of it midway through, DST. We might go back and stream it. I know we're supposed to go, like, kind of wrap that up, but...
Trifling morals getting in the way.
We are just trying to survive your foolish games.
Deny it all you like.
No, I don't think Gotham Knights should have gone to single player at all. I think it works perfectly fine. I mean, games are built for co-op environments, Deborah. We have single player Batman games.
This shall be of
And as everyone said, they're holding up just fine. I'm excited to play it, Ashton, but it doesn't feel like Suicide Squad or DC or pretty much anything I'm used to. So we'll see how it plays out. The Starro DLC isn't Starro DLC. It's a 4-player mode, which is intended to just be a general grind. The issue with that is if you have a 2-person team, because you're playing a game that has only room for 2 people, I don't have 2 other people to play Gotham Knights with. So it's not like it becomes more fun because more buddies are involved. Authority. Oh, the Authority being turned into a movie. I mean, it'll be cool to see what they do with the Batman as life. I liked the, I did like Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad, the one by James Gunn. So I kind of feel like the Authority is going to be a similar situation where none of us are going to know who or what it is. And it's just going to come out, and it'll be fun. It'll have a small audience, and that's that. No, these are just demons.
You got off easy this time.
Finally ran out of cards.
I have spotted enemy reinforcements.
Enough of this. We are wasting our time on these inedibles.
Ready to crawl back to your home planet?
We're fine on Earth, not here.
This is Mephisto mad that we were saving people from vampires.
It is our turn. We expected more from them.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Boosh! So far, I do like him, Kingry, but I don't think he's going to end up on my team full time. He's just kind of broody. He's like, kind of reminds me of how the Hulk plays. Like, these are all just huge hits that he does.
The advantage is mine.
Story so far is pretty good. It's not as good as Deadpool's story. Right now, it's just they cleared him and we're working for Mephisto.
So much power
So it's okay. Overall, I think the Deadpool one was better right now. But obviously, all 4 of these go together for one big story, so it's kind of hard to gauge it. What did I miss? Oh, there's no one left. Oh, what is that one? Oh, all right.
Looks like they have help.
Yes. Tear them to shreds.
I mean, I don't know if he's acting like a wuss. He summoned his down here and is just throwing a bunch of demons at us. How is that a wuss?
A very good memory.
This could be your legacy.
I mean, the moment they went to go save humans, he was like, no, go kill vampires. What are you doing?
It is all coming back to me.
I still think Doctor Doom ultimately is going to be the second character for the second sequel game. My bad. Well, I mean, we still need a video game moment, Rio.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
It's 4 waves. We gotta survive. The whole point of this sequence is to survive Mephisto. It was 4 waves of onslaught we had to go through. 4 waves.
Acceptable outcome. You've earned some small measure of my respect.
Same here, Hikaru.
And I hope learned your lesson.
The lesson is, we do not like being attacked.
Of course you don't. And that burning in your chest, that would be...
indigestion.
That would be regret. The most overused human seasoning.
Seasoned humans are delicious.
Would you?
Enough! If you want this so much, stop posturing and tell us where to go.
Find what you seek, where it all began. Now, eradicate the vampire threat.
I went light side,
Or join me
Machow.
in limbo
Machu.
forever.
So for my second playthrough, I gotta go through and do dark.
Right, off you go. I don't know why I bother.
I just went into, like, the team or the game, King Greek? Because we just had a whole talk about it yesterday and today. In general, I'm excited for it, but it doesn't feel like Suicide Squad for me. I just like co-op games with my friends. So I'm going to be playing it here on stream.
Mephisto is a force of pure malevolence. Ideally, our paths should never cross his again.
After all that's happened.
And what was that?
I mean, the community wants to tear apart everything. We've entered an era where a new MCU movie comes out. Nobody wants to look at what was good about it. A new video game comes out. Everyone wants to tear it apart before it even comes out. A new comic book comes out, and everyone thinks they understand the meaning behind it and wants to tear it apart. Like, if you try to get into any of these communities in general on any social media platform, it's just everyone whining and complaining and going on and on and on.
What was on your DVD?
It's not just Avengers though. Like unless the game's like God of War 2, people just whine and complain about them. No one can just find what's fun in anything. Everything needs to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, and we can't just have fun stuff to keep ourselves occupied with.
But I always wondered if it could be.
I have to talk to Peter? Why? Peter's not even out here. Well, not only that DST, but then you have people that are like, here's my 4K fully modded Steam version of Arkham Knights, and here's me looking at a Steam cloud. Look at how different they are. Like, what is wrong with you people?
Hey, you mind checking in with Eddie? Whatever happened?
Oh, I would have hit him. He still did quest. I couldn't go to bed until I spoke to him.
Why not talk to him yourself?
Because I want him to cheer up.
Of course. I will speak with him.
Thanks. Oh, and don't tell him I asked. Wouldn't want to spoil his...
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were doing the same thing with Gotham Knights, King Greek. Everyone's trying to compare it to Avengers. Like, Avengers was a different company, different idea, different motto. Everything was different.
Strange feeling ever since I made that deal with...
Oh, I'm getting it regardless, King Greek, because I play games with my friends, and I just like having a fun time. And while that doesn't feel like a DC game to me, and it doesn't feel like a Suicide Squad game to me, it does look like an awesome time. It kind of reminds me of Crackdown meets like Fortnite with all the insanity of it and the gunplay. It looks like it's just going to be a fun time with my buddies. I'm tossed up between King Shark or Boomerang right now.
If you need to vent, I could hold the punching bag while you hit it.
Nah, I can't take everything out on Peter.
That is not what I...
Yeah, I know what you meant. Sorry, Hunter. Didn't mean to bite your head off. Honestly, I feel like I'm the one who's getting used as a punching bag right now.
Mephisto is getting to you?
For starters. Don't forget about Lilith. And with these vampires, feels like everyone's forming a line.
That is a lot.
Your mother
I find the funniest thing is the hate on live services. Like, Destiny is a live service, Fortnite's a live service, and every other game that you know is a live service. People always act like until they say live service, it's not a live service. But, I mean, back in the day, Borderlands came out with a new DLC every 3 to 4 months. Live service. That's all. It just called it a different thing.
I understand your anger, but not
every MMO is a live service. We've had them since the 90s.
You're right. You're not the problem. My symbiote is a great companion, but makes it hard for me to think straight when I get worked up. You know, I always thought of myself as the lethal...
I just find it funny that people give so much hate to live service, yet everyone and their brother has been playing live services since as long as I can remember.
Makes me think I can't even do that.
Sounds like the only thing left to do is teach Mephisto not to mess with the Midnight Suns.
I want Moon Knight in Season 2, Hoopla.
I can get on board with that. You know, I was actually thinking about that already. You ever heard of the legendary spear of Perseus? And not the fabled hero who beheaded Medusa, but the real-life Macedonian king. A book in the library says he possessed a god-forged spear that made him invincible. Something like that might kill Mephisto.
The wacky tone I can see being a turnoff, which is another reason why I don't think this is actually in the Arkham universe. It's in there for the sake of we can sell that.
If Perseus was invincible, what happened to him?
Oh, his territory was eventually conquered.
They did the same thing to Gotham Knights, King Greek, and I loved Gotham Knights. That's probably one of my favorite games last year. I had so much fun with my friends.
You really believe a blade like
it had
this
its
still
issues, but I had so much fun.
Well, yeah, it's indestructible. It's got to be somewhere.
You should speak to Caretaker or Dr. Strange. I am sure they could offer details about the spear you would find enlightening.
Are you saying that I can't trust my own sources? Those party poopers would just tell me that chasing after the spear is a fool's errand. But, okay, I see what you're getting at. I'm taking the screwball approach to things like I always do. But still, I have to do something. Give me some time to think.
That's normally the character archetype I go with, King Greek, like the speedy, agile character, stuff like that. I think it's because that's not me. I'm the big brute guy, but I might try King Shark just because I like the idea of being King Shark, and I think it'll be funny.
Hunter, hello.
King Shark is a shark.
All right, guys, I've got to go prep dinner at this point, but we will actually go live tomorrow afternoon to continue where we are with this one. And I'm going to be live Tuesday doing Destiny and Wednesday doing Destiny. So we're going to be live for the next 3 days. My goal is to go live on time at 3 p.m. Eastern for the next 2 or 3 days. Any changes will be in the Ben and Friends Discord if I'm running behind or I'm stuck on work, okay? So if you want to track what's going on, it'll be in this Discord right here. This is where I'm going to be going on about like when I'll be live and stuff like that. But for the next 3 days, we're going to be going live, playing Destiny. Well, Destiny Tuesday, Wednesday, but tomorrow we're going to do more Midnight Suns and wrap up the storyline. But I got to go prep dinner because Natalie's going to be doing her stream, and she'll be mad if there's no dinner for her. Plus, I like cooking. So I'm doing a Korean ground beef bowl, beef bowl. So let's do a raid over on Natalie. Okay, guys? Thanks, guys, so much. I'll see you later.